So hi guys, this is one more touristic walks, and today we're going to be exploring the Tower Hill and St. Catherine Docks. So follow me and we should have some fun. See you there. Adios. Peace. So we cross over through the footbridge and straight into the St. Catherine Docks. So as you can see guys, these are the docks. And this side as well. So as you can see, the water is really gone down. It comes all the way up to where the you can see the mark of the moss. That's where the water is usually. That's where the ships are waiting to get in and out. So basically, guys, St. Catherine Docks was former docks, and as with the rest of the London docks, commercial side docks, London docks, and Rotorite docks, basically, I think, yeah. They actually all shut down in between 1968 and early 70s. Then redevelopments began in early 80s. Yeah. So as you can see, this bridge is opening. It's a vehicle bridge, and it opens up for a ship to pass. And unfortunately, guys, we will have to wait here at least, give and take, like maybe 30 minutes. So all it does is open up, and then those locks let the ship out. So basically, this is the St. Catherine docks, former docks, and it used to be a smallest dock, and it was aligned with the London docks up the river back in the days, talking about back in 18th century. And I think they started redeveloping into a docks in early 1800s. And before that, it used to be all very crowded, um, negative place. Before that, with the leper hospital, which used to be called St. Catherine's Hospital, used to be somewhere here, but actually they demolished it back in 1800s in order to make a way for the docks. I shall give you all of those information right now, guys. Stand by. Hi there, guys. We're at St. Catherine Docks. See behind me. Catherine Docks. The area now features offices, public and private housing, a large hotel, shops and restaurants, a pub, a yachting marina and other recreational facilities. It remains a popular leisure destination. St. Catherine Docks is a former docks and a now mixed-use district in central London in the London Borough of Tower Hamlets and within the East End. It lies on the north bank of River Thames, immediately downstream of the Tower of London and Tower Bridge. From 1828 till 1968, it was one of the commercial docks that made up the Port of London. It is in the redevelopment zone of the Docklands and is now a popular housing and leisure complex. St. Catherine Docks took their name from the former hospital of St. Catherine's by the tower, built in 12th century, which stood on the site, an intensely built-up area, the entire 23-acre, 9.5 hectares, precinct of the St. Catherine by the tower, part of the East Smithfield, was earmarked for redevelopment by an Act of Parliament in 1825, with construction commencing May 1827. Some 1,250 houses were demolished, together with medieval hospital St. Catherine. Around 11,300 inhabitants, mostly port workers crammed into unsanitary slums, lost their homes. Only the property owners received compensation. The scheme was designed by engineer Thomas Telford and was his only major project in London. George Turnbull and James Whelan were working for Telford. To create as much as quayside as possible, the docks were designed in the form of two linked basins, east and west, both accessed via entrance lock from the Thames River. Steam engines, designed by James Watt and Matthew Bolton, kept the water level in the basins about 4 feet above the title of the river. By 1830, the docks had cost over 2 million to build. Telford aimed to minimize the amount of quayside activity and specified that the docks warehouses, designed by architect Philip Hardwick, be built right on the quayside so the goods could be unloaded directly into them. So, so guys, we continue after the narration now, and we are going towards the Dickens Inn, a famous restaurant, pub, and these telephone boxes there, all they are now, guys, is just take a picture, stand by the where the door is opening, and take a picture. And the post box is real. So that is the Dickens Inn. It's a very cozy eating place, and I think it serves lots of alcohol as well. And it's been there. It used to be a warehouse back in 1700s, and before that used to be some sort of a factory for a tea. I think it used to be a tea factory, yeah. And so guys, I should give you information on this right now. Stand by. The Dickens Inn is the original warehouse building near Tower Bridge, the Tower of London and the Shard. Dating back to the 18th century, it is thought to have been built in the early 1700s as a tea factory or a brewery. Years later, it was converted into a local tavern with sawdust-strewn floors, and no bottled or canned beer would have been stocked. Dinners also enjoy candlelit meals on the balconies. This practice has been phased out due to modern fire safety regulations. The original building stood just east of the current location. In the 1820s, its timber frame was encased in a more modern brick shell to make the warehouse conform to the architectural style of St. Catherine Docks, masterminded by a highly celebrated Scottish civil engineer, Thomas Telford. So guys, we're gonna continue to walk around St. Catherine Docks. Nice looking boats. As you can see, this anchor is for a show now, guys. Used to actually serve for real back in the 1800s when the operating the docks. So basically, all the docks were made for basically for import and export of the loads on the ships coming in all from all around the world. And also, we have the ivory warehouse. I will actually get there later on, which they actually import tons of ivory for making all sorts of accessories. So guys, today is the 26th of May 2023, and we're supposed to be coming up towards summer. However, today is kind of cloudy, white clouds, which is pleasing. However, still makes you feel like a dreary. And it's supposed to be sunny. However, the weather forecast really is not really accurate these days. So it's 12 noon in the daytime, 26 May 2023, and we're at St. Catherine Docks exploration. So basically, guys, what I'm gonna do, I have to walk and go through the residential area here, as you can see. So I'm gonna go run, to get to the other side of the docks. So this is the residential courtroom, and if you go out that way, it goes, I think, St. Catherine's Way towards I think Wapping Street and so forth, and also Rothright Street. So this is the back of the properties, guys. These properties are very, very pricey, and they look like private and pleasant to live in. They also keep it so clean and decent. So we're moving out of the residential area, guys, and we're gonna move into the another dock. Actually, the St. Catherine docks are divided into kind of three sections. Smaller section, a larger section, and another section there, up and down same size. So it's actually made for tourists, for eating, leisure, and entertainment, basically. So basically the whole place was given into redevelopment back in the early 1980s. And from here, these are all yachts. So I remember coming yesterday at the dummy running again. So guys, I used to do lots of dummy running in order to get the video to its tip-top performance. And this big slabs one there. So they probably put them there today for some reason. And actually, if you actually move on back 12 months ago, this ramp wasn't there. It wasn't a narrow ramp. I remember actually passing same level that I'm walking now, and this ramp used to be very, very narrow next to these properties. So as you can see, the properties at the front, guys, those properties are same as these properties at the right hand side. As you can see, guys, it's the remnants of warehouse looks, all the look on the left hand side. Those are properties there, and these properties are newly developed, going back to 80s. So basically, I can see a couple of big, high yachts there, and they got these things on top. They look like some sort of communication devices, but don't take my word for it. You have to look it up. That's what I think. Could be wrong. So guys, these are the yachts I'm talking about. Those very high ones. Got stuff like right at the top. Actually, they're high, like house length, as you can see. I don't know what it is supposed to be. So if you know, comment below. And you got this really nice looking properties on the side, guys, as you can see. I'll show you now. And so guys, we are going towards Ivory Warehouse. So basically, it used to be a warehouse for ivory coming from every single all over the world, importing from all over the world, and they actually have tons of ivories coming, laying it here on this ground, and turning them into all sorts of accessories for them to buy and make business. The ivory trade. The ivory trade from East Africa seemed to have peaked during 1830s to 1856. In 1849, Zanzibar exported 297 tons, half of to India. The average tusk weights recorded by Bombay, now Mumbai, suggested that these represents about 19,000 elephants being killed. In 1856, the total exports from East Africa were estimated at 385 tons. Ivory has been treasured since ancient times for its unique qualities. People of the Gravettian culture of Europe used mammoth ivory during the late Pleistocene to make bracelets, while those of the Magdalenian culture fashioned it into figurines. In more historical times, native people have used elephant ivory to express art in the form of simple carvings of jewelry. Over the centuries, the trade in ivory has taken various twists and turns as the exploited elephant populations declined, as the demand for ivory changed with the economic prosperity of consuming societies or nations, and with the waxing and waning of the conservation ethos. Although detailed documentation of the ivory art is available, a comprehensive account of the historical trade in ivory is yet to be written. So we come to the other section of the St. Catherine Docks, guys. This is where the leisure and eating is. Here you've got smaller boats here. And some sitting section here. Yes. Another telephone box. So guys, this is all the eating facilities on this part of the docks. So I'm gonna make a left turn and go this way. As you can see, side by side, all the cafes and restaurants. And from this angle, we got the more boats there, but I don't think they're in use anymore. So guys, sun just come out, which is surprisingly, as you can notice, the sun is out, surprisingly. And this is all the eating and drinking features of St. Catherine Docks. It's a very, very narrow platform, but it does get crowded now and then. And you have the Zizi there as well. So this is another bridge we're crossing, guys. As you can see, that yacht there, it looks very, very interesting, by the way. It's standing there. And the restaurant there as well. So this is the Azmat Cafe. Yeah. So let's walk on, guys, and see the other parts of the docks. So as you can see, actually the vehicle bridge has been shut back down, and we can cross it now. So I was gonna actually come that way, going the opposite direction, and go and come back to the point on the other side. So basically we are going through the lock again, guys. We're just gonna 360 circumnavigate around the St. Catherine Docks.
Do they renege on this?
So basically, guys, we're gonna walk back to the another area, which is coming down from the Tower Bridge. You come down from the Tower Bridge, and it's another area that for sitting down, relaxing, is much more better looking than any other part. So let's go there. So I think we're gonna turn left from here and come back in. Oh, we got platoon. So guys, actually they opened up one of these, you can go through. No cycling though, so it's called the pontoon and pedestrian pontoon. So I'm gonna go through here. So this is basically a floating ramp. As you can see, guys, my footsteps, because the ramp is it's got a loose planks, but it's quite safe. Because it's metal, it makes lots of noise. And here we go. So basically you got the brand cafes there, guys. Strada, Cafe Rouge, Ping Pong. I've never heard a restaurant called Ping Pong before. So as I was doing a dummy running, guys, yesterday it was much sunnier. We had some sunny spells right now, but it just gone back again. Dim sum and cocktails. You got the ping pong again there. Cafe Rouge.
A little bit on the spot, Jack does, but nothing on the S&P. Right.
So basically all these red colors really make the place look attractive. So basically, guys, all of these are very nice places to visit. And if you're living in the middle of London, somewhere, Tower Hamlets, St. Catherine Rocks is in Tower Hamlets. And if you're living somewhere in the middle of London, it's easy to visit, just off the Tower Bridge. So guys, basically all it is we actually make a walk along this ramp here. It will take us back to the Ivory warehouse, and now we shall actually go to the Tower Bridge, and from there we're going to make our way to Tower Hill. So we actually covered the entirety of the St. Catherine docks. As I said, it is a smaller, former dock, um, opened back in the 1800s, and it used to be the whole place used to be very, very, very what we call not good. It used to be all sorts of very, very bad area. And then once they demolished the entirety of the place, 1,250 houses were demolished, and some people who used to live in the houses were actually thrown out to make it. Those who actually had properties, owned the properties, were actually compensated, but those who did not, they had to sort their own problems out. So it was very, very difficult times when I started doing the docks here. We also have the restaurant called KATHERINE'S. Right on your right hand side when you actually come down the stairway. So this is a slip road next to the Tower Bridge, and people, cars just come in there to do their business, whatever it is, they go down there for. And we've got the commercial glass building on the right hand side as well, as you can see. As you can see, the whole glass is supported by steel rods and beams. It's just this one on here, next to Tower Bridge, that actually exists one of these. I haven't seen one of these anywhere else in London. But it is a lots of glass and metal. So we're crossing the complex junction of Tower Bridge, guys. These crosses are made for pedestrians. The green man means cross, red man means don't cross. If you're new to London, basically. So as you can see, the red man, you need to wait until traffic. So basically, some people actually cross the road when there's a red man because it's safe enough, like we're doing right now. So now we have green men on this major road coming from south of Tower Bridge. You can cross easy.
Now I have approached.
So guys, we're gonna make a left, just made a left turn from traffic crossing, and we're gonna make a right turn into the down the stairs into a little footway that goes around the tower. As you can see, this is the Henry VIII Castle. As you can see, Henry VIII Castle and the towers within and the towers outside of it, which they actually hold prisoners in the days. We're talking about 500 years. The whole castle is about 500 years old, approximately. And this is the footway back of the castle, as you can see. And last year they actually planted something like thousands of seeds of flowers and made the it used to be a moat once. Moat means water around the castle. So when they used to have a battle, the enemy couldn't had a hard time passing into the castle. Basically, the method, the strategy. So now all that has been drained out a long time ago, and last year they planted all these nice colorful flowers and all kinds of flowers.
All that kind of stuff from showering. So I've actually used quite.
So on the left hand side we have the decorated hedges
They're trying to get out of paying for anything, even though
and all the classic lamps.
they've damaged it. So, I mean,
And I've got oncoming scout guys.
silent tomorrow, and then I mean, it's probably best that I do the call
Because then if they get
So, I'll give you another peek at the back of the castle, guys. As you can see, they also were built a little footway for people to actually walk around and have a look around the flower beds.
I think that's where it starts. We need
And yeah. So guys, if you want to visit, you can visit Tower Bridge. You cannot miss Tower Bridge in London. It's one of the touristic attractions, prominent place. So don't hesitate to come. So I'm just gonna pan through, and so we can actually have a look at the entirety of the back of the castle. Yeah, as you can see, the glass building. That's where the north side of the Tower Bridge begins. So hi guys, we're at the Tower Hill. As you can see behind me. So if you actually cross underneath this it's a road, you go to the Trinity Square Gardens, where the actual spot where the guy's execution took place. Back in the days, talking about in 1800s, 1700s to 1800s executions we carried out at the spot or where the Trinity Square Gardens are, and we shall visit the Trinity Square Gardens after we complete Tower Hill. The actual square is actually known for its infamous execution site, and those days executions were like a very very special day, I believe. If they wanted to actually kill someone, either by decapitating, that is cutting the head off, hanging, or putting on a big stake and tortured to death, there's about thousands of people used to get around on that particular day and watch these horrific things happen. They used to actually treat it like we go to cinema today, kind of. So that was those days. We're talking about 200 years, 200 to 300 years ago. The life was different there, guys, in those days. Completely, utterly different life. You cannot compare it to today's. Everything calm and nice with those days. So from this angle, guys, as you can see, there's a people actually down on the moat. Some sort of activities going on there, and as you can see, people actually sitting by as well. So basically, the guys, when there used to be a moat, they used to come all the way where the wall was, just below the light-colored wall. As you can see, that building, with the pointed building, is a shard. Guys, those who have visited London for the first time, shard is a very, very, very high pointed building that you go up there in order to view the London. So in order to go up there, you need to get a ticket, and get a ticket in advance, so you don't get stuck basically. So you get a ticket, and you go up there and have a look around London. There's also basically, there's a few spots that you can view the London city. One of them is the London Eye. That's high enough to view the London city. And recently another one made in the Battersea Power Station, a glass elevator that goes up one of the station's chimney. Now that the whole station's been renovated into a big mall, shopping place, they built a feature which is called the elevator, going through up the chimney, going up to the height of 109th floor, and it just goes up there with some sort of feature and experiences, and you look at the rest of the city. So you need to get tickets for all these rides, guys. So this is the square. where people used to gather and execution used to go on. But actually, execution was across the road in the Trinity Square Gardens, which I'll visit later on. The Tower Hill. Tower Hill is an area surrounded by the Tower of London in London Borough of Tower Hamlets. It is infamous for the public executions of high-status prisoners from the late 14th century to mid-18th century. The execution site on the higher ground northwest of the Tower of London moat is now occupied by Trinity Square Gardens. Tower Hill rises from the north bank of the River Thames to each maximum height of 14.5 meters, 48 feet, by the data organization called Ordnance Datum. The land was historically part of the liberties of the Tower of London, an area the Tower authorities controlled to keep clear of any development which would reduce the defensibility of the tower. The executions of high-profile traitors and criminals often attained peers, as well as innocent Catholics in the 16th century, were carried out on the Tower Hill. Some others were carried out within the confines of Tower of London itself. Actually, we shall go now and then come back here. Yeah, good idea. So here we are in a square, guys, and if we actually walk that way, an entrance into the castle, which you need to actually get a ticket, as I said, and from the sideways you go into the next to the River Thames and have a look at the towers. So before we do that, we're going to go this way. So guys said that the weather is really betrayal today. It said it's going to be fully sunny and it's completely the opposite. So we need to cross the road again while the green man is on. Well, better hurry where the green man turns red. And you got the numbers there going down in seconds, guys. So you got to cross the road before it reaches 0. So 0 means red man, don't cross and let the cars pass. So guys, this is the Trinity Square Garden we just entered, and this building here is a war memorial. Back in the First World War and Second World War, it's a remembrance for all the people that got involved in the wars, and these are all the names of the people basically who got involved. And if we go inside, there's practically not much to see inside, except for sorry guys, adjusting the camera. Except for a checkered floor, as you can see, and some nice looking pillars, and more names of the people who got involved in the wars on the walls. Yeah. If we turn back, more or less it's the same thing where we're coming in. You also got some few statues representing the historical background of the area. And this is actually another spot. So as you can see, this place, guys, is full of names of the people all over the walls. Yeah. See, there's about something like thousands of thousands, most of it who died. Yeah, and this is the lower ground of the Trinity Square Garden, guys. Just cross the memorial building and just walk down the stairs. That's that. So we are out. And this guy's building is the Trinity House building, as you can see. Through the trees, as you can see, so white and pillared. So basically the grass is not very well looked after in this part of the attraction, guys, because some parts of it is uneven and not being actually leveled. And we haven't had actually a strong sun yet to actually dry the grass. Some parts of it looks kind of a different color. So we're gonna move out, guys. Actually, we move out from here. So this is the stairs we're gonna go up. And look at another timepiece, sundial. They're already in Latin numbering, basically, on the floor. The other one in the Tower Bridge, next to Tower Bridge, was standing up. This one's on the floor, as you can see. usually, guys, these little soil, this section of soil used to be full of greens and all kinds of small trees, and they'll actually cut it down, to actually regrow it again. But from this angle, you can see the Tower Hill, Tower of London as well. Tower Hill is Tower of London, guys, and Henry VIII Castle. Okay. So the oncoming people, guys, have been moved to the way. Because some of them are really blind. So basically, guys, I actually move faster than this one because of the lot of people in front of me. I'm taking up in speed. Let's see if I can actually move through. Actually, I've got a little gap here to go through. Because you can't really dilly-dally about while you've got the camera in your hand. As you can notice, guys, there's the written in words on that wall there, Tower of London. So what we're gonna do now, actually walk down into the riverside walk next to Thames River, and actually see the exterior towers of the castle.
that's what we're talking about.
They do have holidays. It's not like it's 12 months.
So guys, we're at the Tower Hill. As you can see, there's ample eating and drinking snack spots here. And crowd is as usual, as bustling as it can be. Quite normal. Seating spaces. And as you can see, the cross that pass, guys, it goes into the Henry VIII Castle. So if you get a ticket, you go in from that entrance. And there's another entrance further up the platform. You can go in. As you can see, this is a tower that looks like outside the castle. Looks like it. So this is the other side of the Tower Hill, guys. As you can see, you cannot enter into this greenery there. And as you can see, it's all made out of cobblestones. This dates back into hundreds of years ago, and this is how they used to actually build the ground. So we're gonna have a look at a little bit of moat. Actually, there's water, a little bit of water there. You can actually imagine how the water used to be around the castle. As you can see, guys, see the water there. So in real, this used to be much higher, and it used to be all around the building, the structure. So guys, let's have a look at what Thames River is up to these days. It's still as brown as ever. It is always brown, it will never be blue. In this case, the reason that it's brown because of the riverbed underneath is so muddy and dark colored that it makes the water look kind of a brown and grey. That is the only letdown of the River Thames, otherwise it would look really nice if it was bluish. So we've got the shot there. We've got those residential apartments on the other side of the river. The maze commercial building there as well. Yeah, and that is the good old Tower Bridge, guys. So you can actually get a ticket and walk onto those two crossing between them. It's a walkway. So the walkways are all glass, so you can actually see yourself, see the whole place down through the glass when you look down. And you also go through, cross from one side to the other side. All you need is to get a ticket and get that experience, guys. So once you get a ticket, you go up to the place, and they take you up there, and then you just look around basically and get the experience. So this is the exit where you come out of the interior of the castle once you go from the entrance where I showed you earlier on. I promise I will go into it one day, but I haven't actually made an effort to do that, guys. So I will go in there eventually and have a look at that first-hand experience interior of the castle. However, you're not allowed to bring certain cameras like I have. I think you're only allowed a mobile, so I have to take my mobile basically. So guys, we're actually coming end of the video, we're coming end of the Tower Hill here, and if you enjoyed the videos, do subscribe, share, like, comment, and click the notification bell icon for my upcoming videos. There will be constant videos popping up, so keep an eye. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next mission. Adios, peace. See you in my next video.